Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Loughborough University Stadium. Very impressive setup here at Loughborough University. It's Derby County Under-23s against Everton Under-23s. Alongside me, waiting to enjoy the action, as always, is Ian Snowden. Snods, David Unsworth's boys go into this game with just one defeat in 7. They're in a rich vein of form, and people often say it's more about development than results at this age group level. But David Unsworth and Franny and Ebbo will want a real winning mentality in their side, and at the moment they've got that.
Do you know when they lifted that trophy and you've seen all the players react and the fans react and Unzu react? That's what winning is about. Winning that Premier League 2 trophy. Yeah, of course it's about development of players and bringing them through and teaching them all the right habits. That is the first and foremost thing. You want 2 or 3 of these players to come on and play for Everton first team for many, many years to come. But also, while they are playing in an Everton shirt, you want to see them win as well, no matter who they're playing. Are you telling me that it was about development in last week's game against Liverpool? Them boys wanted to beat Liverpool, no question about it. So it's a bit of both. It's wanting to win games of football, but it's also about the development and bringing them on to hopefully wear the Everton first team shirt.
How big a miss for David Unsworth tonight and for the ongoing games towards the end of the season will Ellis Sims be, the top scorer, comfortably the top scorer?
Yeah, you have reservations. Obviously, you want to see him in a blue shirt for the under-23s. I'm sure David will surely miss him. But again, we're talking about his development. Is he better playing in the under-23s, or is he better playing in Blackpool's first team against league opposition, against experienced pros? That'll bring him on, I would think, more than playing in the under-23s. But he's got some great coaching staff here at Everton in David Unsworth, John Ebrell and Franny Jeffers. Especially Franny being a striker, can learn him several things, but he also needs to go out on loan and see what the world of football is all about, playing against seasoned pros. So it's a bit of both, but David will miss him, there's no question about it.
Ellis will go to Blackpool and he'll enjoy himself, and he's already scored a couple of goals, good poachers, centre-forward goals. He'll come back to Everton Football Club, with all due respect to Blackpool, which is a fantastic football club. I've got a lot of time for Blackpool Football Club, but he won't have the same facilities. He won't get the same treatment that he'll get at a Premier League football club, a massive Premier League football club like Everton. So Ellis will come back and think, I don't want to play at that level. I want to play at this level. This is the place for me. I'm going to give this everything I've got.
Well, it'll make him respect what he's got at Everton, because he might get into a comfort zone at Everton. Like all young players, they think everywhere they go, every football club in the Football League is like this. You get service, you get lovely food, you get great, well looked after at Finch Farm, everything's done for you. Here, I'm afraid football isn't like that. If you want to be a professional football, no matter what level you play at, is the greatest, I think, job in the world. To play football, get paid for playing football, is the greatest job. If you play for an elite club, if you play for a massive club like Everton, that's a bonus. But not all players make that grade. So while you're at the top club and while you're getting all your preferential treatment, while you're getting all your great coaching, try and make the most of it. Try and make the most of it. And if it happens for you at Everton, then fantastic. If it doesn't, then there's no reason why you shouldn't go and play lower league football.
We wish Ellis Sims well at Blackpool, but it's all about the here and now. It's all about the 11 that will start the game tonight for Everton Under-23s against Derby County. As I mentioned earlier, a rich vein of form for David Unsworth's side. Last time out, they went to Leicester City. They beat Leicester City by 4-2, and here is the pick of the action. David Unsworth will have challenged his players to not miss Ellis Sims. You've all got to contribute, you've all got to score goals. So that's a terrific result for them. And he's right, isn't he? Because the midfield players, even the defenders to a certain extent, and those that come in for the list, they've got to score goals.
Can I just say before we comment, I love that kit. I love that
great,
kit.
doesn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fabulous.
I weren't an Everton supporter as a kid, obviously, growing up in Yorkshire, but I just remember seeing Harvey, Kendall, Ball, Joe Royal in that kit, and I love seeing that kit. But yeah, there were some terrific goals there. It's a great result against Leicester, who usually have got a very, very useful under-23 sides as well. But yeah, it's about sharing goals out as well. You want to see wide players get strikes on goal, getting at the far post, etc. You want to see midfield players having strikes on goals from outside the box. You want to see your centre-backs from set players go and attack the ball and hopefully score goals. So it's not all about your main striker, your centre-forward. You need goals from different areas on the pitch, Daz.
Well, one of the goal scorers at Leicester City was Einar Everson, and earlier this week Einar sat down with EvertonFC.com.
First of all, we head into the game against Derby on the back of a very impressive result and performance against Leicester City. What are your reflections on that game?
I thought we played really well, especially in the first half. We kept the ball really well, and we had a good shape and was dangerous when we won it on the counter. So yeah, it was a good game.
You're on the score sheet against Leicester, and you've scored twice in your past 3 matches for Everton Under-23s. Is that something you've been looking to add to your game, and is that something the coaches have been looking from you as well?
Yeah, I'm not really been the most dangerous in front of goal the last few seasons, but I've been looking to get more in the box and trying to add assists and goals to my game. So getting 2 goals and an assist the last 3 games has really been good for me, yeah. But the most important thing on Monday was just getting the win, really. So.
And the game against Leicester, it was the first Everton Under-23s game since Ellis Sims moved to Blackpool on loan, and obviously Ellis has scored a big percentage of the team's goals this season. But does that show there's still quite a big attacking threat in this team and they can go out and score without him?
Yeah, obviously Ellis is a really good player and he scores a lot of goals. But I think Brody on Monday was really good, and he was, for 90 minutes, he was a threat. And yeah, I think now that Ellis is gone, there's more people that has to be a threat in front of goal, and can't just be Ellis that gets the goals.
And it's your second full season with the Everton Under-23s. How do you feel you've developed in that time?
I think I've developed really good, yeah. Last season I had to get used to the physical level of playing under 23s. So I think coming into this season, I was better prepared for the under 23s football, both like fitness wise and strength wise. So I think I've developed really good on that part, and then obviously getting used to the pace of it as well. I think I've adapted to it quite well.
That was Einar Everson there speaking to EvertonFC.com's Peter Lennox early this week. It's a very congested Premier League 2 table, Snods. Tottenham Hotspur, as you can see, leading the way, but Manchester City and Chelsea do have games in hand. And if we win tonight, if we can win by a couple of goals, it depends how Blackburn get on against Leicester, but we could potentially go up to 3rd place in the Premier League 2 table. It's pretty similar to the actual Premier League. It's quite congested, isn't it?
It is. Just looking at this, some big names in football there in the clubs. Tottenham, Man City, Chelsea, Everton, Arsenal, Man United. Blackburn Rovers doing extremely well in 4th place. I know they have quite a few Scousers in the team over at Blackburn as well, so it doesn't really surprise me that they're doing well. But yeah, I think it's a great league, and we've got every opportunity. We're all right. We've played 13 games.
Got the best defensive record in the league, which will please Unzi.
Yeah, but I noticed we've got 21. We need more goals. That's brilliant. defensively, we're very, very solid. It just shows how important it is to get goals from different areas, like I was talking about. But yeah, I'm sure David will be happy with his formation that he sets up defensively. The midfield do protect the back four, and we've conceded 14 goals. It's great.
It is when you consider that Derby County have conceded 9 in their last 2 there, Snods, as you can see. They've had a couple of spankings there. Blackburn Rovers, who you alluded to, are in good nick. Manchester City as well. 2 really tough games. But Wayne Rooney will probably have paid attention to those, and he won't be happy if they continue to leak goals like that. And we know that Wayne Rooney's here tonight.
Yeah, he is. Apparently he's there watching the game, and I'm sure it'd be extra special in watching. He's now the manager of Derby County, and obviously he's heroes, his boyhood hero club. So yeah, mixed feelings, but yeah, Wayne will just obviously wanted to have a look at his under-23s and see if any of them's going to try and probably break into his first team, because they're looking for results as well.
That's a better run of results, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It just shows that every game's difficult in the main Premier League. So Premier League 2 is exactly the same as well. There's a lot of difficult games, but yeah,
just the one defeat, and that was against Arsenal, and I was at that game with Diamond. Diamond and I were there. It was at the Emirates, so we probably took a little bit of getting used to the players, because they're playing at Southport in the home games. They played against Southport on Sunday the 8th of November. With all due respect, as always, to Southport, and then played at the 65,000 capacity Emirates a couple of weeks later. It must take a little bit of adjustment. You can say to the players, just play the game, not the occasion, but they must be looking round, mustn't they?
Yeah. When you probably step off the bus and you go to the Emirates and you see the dressing rooms and you're looking round, then you walk onto the pitch an hour before kick-off and have a look around. That'll be all the talk amongst the young lads. Wow, how good's this? But that's what they've got to aspire to playing there. All right, it's different at the minute with COVID, no spectators, but you've got to stand there an hour before the kickoff, or when you go out for the kickoff, and think, wow, I wonder what it's like playing in front of 60,000 full crowd capacity here at the Emirates. So yeah, that's what it's all about. But yeah, these pictures are absolutely beautiful. We're looking at Derby's pitch there at Loughborough and Southport. The pitches at Southport are really nice. I've been to Southport on numerous occasions and watched league games in the past, and yeah, the pitch is awful for Southport to play on. But I think our groundsmen are having words now and helping the Southport groundsmen. The pitches are fantastic.
There's the recent results in Premier League 2. West Ham United beat Southampton 3-1. Tottenham and Arsenal shared a couple of goals at Tottenham Hotspur's training ground. And oh, look at that!
Oh, that's nice. Go on, Man United.
Liverpool 3, Manchester United 6 at Kirkby. And as I mentioned before, Leicester City play Blackburn Rovers tonight as well. Derby County against Everton. Let's have a look at the lineups this evening at Loughborough University as Derby County make their way onto the pitch. One name I want to mention there, Snods, who caused a little bit of a stir, the number 9, Bobby Duncan, who was the boy at Liverpool, who caused a little bit of trouble, didn't he, when he went to Fiorentina, swapped Liverpool's academy for Fiorentina. The boy number 4 there for Derby County. Capomo is on loan from Southampton, and Moulding in goal is on loan from Manchester City. 2 late inclusions, and quite a few of those players played for Derby County in the FA Cup against Chorley earlier this season when they were turned over. Manager there, Pat Lyons.
Yeah, I watched a bit of that game, and Crawley did ever so well. And but just looking at the Everton line-up there, obviously Thierry Small, who made his debut, youngest player, Onyango as well, bright prospect, and we got Nathan Broadhead as our main striker today, taking over from Ellis Sims, who's obviously at Blackpool. So yeah, I still think there's enough in that team to go on and win this game.
A first start for number 8, Isaac Price, made his under-23 debut last week when he came on as a substitute against Leicester City, and Isaac Price gets his first start. I love seeing these guys get their first starts, not because you and I have been at we host the Academy Awards evenings when we can in normal times at St George's Hall, and Isaac Price, I remember him coming up as a tiny little boy to get his pennant and his medal, and here he is now playing for the under-23s. It's terrific to see. The pathway at Everton Football Club is illuminated as brightly as any other.
Daz, I'm going to have a word with Unzi though. There's too many Everton players wearing gloves for my liking tonight. I'm just having a quick look around. I'm sure there's about 5 or 6 of us got gloves on. Come on, boys.
Well, we could have done with gloves on Saturday on the weekend, couldn't we? For the Newcastle game, it was bitterly cold. We're underway at Loughborough University, Derby County against Everton in Premier League 2. It's always important to get a good start.
Yeah, in any game, no matter what level you're playing at. If it's a Sunday league game for a pub team, it's always good to get off to a great start. And that's one thing we didn't do on Saturday against Newcastle. I said we needed to start very, very bright, the tempo good, and it'll be no different here. David Unsworth has said, come on, from the first whistle, let's get on the front foot and let's take the game to Derby.
Capomo plays it forward. Chip down this right-hand side for Max Bardell to run onto. He's got a little bit of support off Tyree Wilson, but he plays it behind Tyree Wilson. It's picked up by Osazi Agazzi. Derby County happy to keep the ball, get a little feel for the ball. Wayne's appointment will have given every single player at Derby County a boost, whether you're in the first team, whether you're on the fringes of the first team, whether you're an under-23 regular. If Wayne Rooney comes in as manager of your football club, it's got to give you a boost, hasn't it? Yeah,
he first came as a player, and all the first team players would have thought, wow, Wayne Rooney. They'll have seen what he's all about in training, but even now he's at this game showing interest in these kids, and they'll want to impress him. And yeah, you don't get a better name in football than Wayne Rooney for these young boys to look up to.
Well, he's trod the path, hasn't he? Started off as a wee boy at Everton and ended up as England's record goal scorer. Kyle John takes the throw in for Everton. Joe Anderson drills it forward, picked up by Nathan Broadhead. Small. Hughes plays it back to Joe Anderson, and he goes back to the big fella at the back, Carnuzanidis. Everson. Kyle John, thankfully recovered from the injury that kept him out for a few months. Nice pass and snots.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Just as we said that, we give the ball away.
Isaac Price. Such your nerves, maybe. Tyler Onyango and Thierry Small will have a real spring in their step, won't they? Albeit they've had a brief run out in the first team, but you can call yourself an Everton footballer.
That's training with the first team at 16, 17. You're talking some unbelievable players in the first team. James Rodriguez for a start. Imagine them boys at 16, 17 training with him, and that. It must give him a lift. But what also, when you're training with the first team week in and week out, you must come to these games and think, I should be able to run this show, even though the
lovely first touch by Thierry Small. He keeps his balance as well. Real chance for Everton. Thierry Small, can he make the right decision? No, he's gone for goal himself. Well, he capped a remarkable 24 hours with a goal against Leicester City, but probably not the right decision on that occasion.
Yeah, I think he knows himself as well. He's just get his hand up. He did. Took it ever so well, kept his balance as well, got into a great position. He's looked up 2 or 3 times as well. Could he have pulled it back? Probably. The angle was against him really at the near post. The keeper was on the near post. He weren't going to score, but it's good that we see him getting forward down that left-hand side.
He's a unit for 16, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
some athlete.
Proper athlete.
Thierry Small. When James Rodriguez won the Golden Boot in the 2014 World Cup as top scorer with Colombia, Thierry Small was 9. Here's Onyango. Nice little ball. Now then, Nathan Broadhead just a little bit too far ahead of him, and Louis Molden was out quickly.
See, with Nathan playing up there, Daz, that's what you've got to do as well. Look down over the top of Derby's defence, because he is sharp, he is quick.
Good ball in from Thierry Small, just too high for Einar Iversen. And Archie Brown can bring it away for Derby County over on that far side. It's a cold night at Loughborough University. The referee, after a little bit of an unseemly scramble.
That weren't a good ball, that were a great ball. It absolutely fizzed across the 6-yard box there.
Hunsley will have wanted that attacking, wouldn't he?
Yeah, they've started very well, but we've had a couple of chances. Thierry had that one, and then that is a superb ball. He's just whipped across. Pity we just didn't have anybody in there to get on the end of it.
Free kick for Everton. And Nathan Broadhead, well, he looked offside straight away, didn't he? Don't think he even needed to glance over to the linesman on the far side. We do see the odd contentious offside decision, but that was a fairly easy decision, I think, for the assistant to make.
Yeah, it's about 5 yards offside.
Lack of concentration from the young Welshman. 0-0, early doors. This corresponding fixture early in the season at Southport in September ended in a comfortable 4-1 victory for the Toffees. Just about the first touch, I think, for Nico Hansen, that. Seb Quirk. Not going to win many in the air, Nathan Broadhead, Snods, is he? They've got to play the right balls to get him involved in the game.
Absolutely, it's different when you've got Ellis Sims up there, who's 6'2" and he's a big unit. And he will win a few things, but yeah, you've got to realise that Nathan's a totally different player to Ellis. What he does, he needs him over the top or down the side so he can use his pace to get onto the end of things.
Nice ball from Joe Anderson to Isaac Price. It's controlled though by Thierry Small. That'll be a throw-in for Derby County. Pat Lyons, the Derby County coach. Gary Bowyer is Pat Lyons' assistant manager, Snods, who's managed Blackburn and Blackpool.
That's right, yeah. Met him on a couple of occasions, talks well about the game.
Agatis for Derby County. And again, born in Germany.
That's one thing we can't allow Derby to do. Get on the ball in midfield there. All right, our midfield's sitting off. You can't ask Nathan to defend from the front. He's up there on his own. I believe that one of the midfield players should go there. Don't give him time and space to pick people out.
Usanidis for Everton. Joe Anderson. Good ball that from Joe Anderson. Carl John speeding up the right wing. Good ball into the penalty area. Shooting chance. Oh, he's fluffed it wide. It was a great chance for Rhys Hughes. He opened the scoring against Liverpool recently, and he knows he got that all wrong, and he's just got to get that out of his mind as quickly as possible, Snods.
It's a great ball first from Joe Anderson. Switch ball. Kyle John done really, really well with his pace. Pulled it back. He knows he's got to score. Oh, he's hit it with his left foot. He scuffed it really wide of the post. But
and he strikes a sweet ball as well, doesn't he,
yeah,
Rhys Hughes?
He really does. One thing I can say, though, getting up in support, it was really quickly from midfield. So that's a positive. It was just the strike was disappointing.
Hunsley will be pleased with the opening 8.5 minutes.
Very much so. Had a couple of chances already. Derby not really threatened our goal, so yeah, he'd be delighted with the first just approaching 9 minutes of the game.
Comfortably dealt with by Joe Anderson. Sebastian Quirk. Forward to Broadhead. Good play. No way through though, so Everton will have to regroup and start again. Joe Anderson seen plenty of the ball in these early exchanges. Haven't seen a great deal of Tyler yet, have we?
No, not yet. I'm sure he'll grow into the game as the game progresses.
Now then, here's Rhys Hughes. Plays it to Broadhead. He leaves it to Everson. Everson across the face of the goal. Chance for Thierry Small inside the penalty area. Needs a bit of support now, unless he can get across, and he drills it across goal. It takes a deflection.
Could Thierry have hit that first time when it first came to him? And here we go, have a strike.
Yeah.
Tried a little trick there, come across. He could have gone anywhere off the defender, to be perfectly honest. But
Pascal Capomo.
yeah, I'd like to see Thierry strike that first time, left foot.
10 minutes gone. Decent start for Everton. Poor kick out then by Louis Molden. Would have been a bit after you, I think, Paul Molden, the former Manchester City player.
Yeah, I think he was. Can't really place him. I'm sure he says the same thing about me, though. He's no newsy.
Uzanides is looking for Thierry Small on this near side. It's picked up by Rhys Hughes. Small takes over. Back to Isaac Price. Uzanides to Sebastian Quirk. A bit sloppy from Sebastian Quirk. And Everton are in trouble here. Cresswell reaches the edge of the penalty area. He's only got one thing on his mind here. And having done the hard part, he probably should have scored, Snogs.
Should have scored. Yeah, we give it away sloppily. That's the first opportunity that Derby County have had. The first time they've got anywhere near our 18-yard box. It was a bit sloppy there. He's attacked it. He stood up defending. Could he have kept him down that left-hand side? Should he have shown him down the line? He's cut in. He should have scored. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he's got goals in his locker, Cameron Cresswell. He was the top scorer for Derby County.
But it just shows that you've got to concentrate. You can't get sloppy on the ball.
Agatis for Derby County. Joe Bateman. It goes all the way back to Molden. Decent ball.
Yeah,
picked up
decent
by Cameron
strikeout.
Agatis to Liam Thompson. Pascal Capomo. Decent ball forward again, but Uzanides had that under full control.
I'd just like to see, well, any team that you watch at under-23 level, I think at times they seem to pass it for the sake of passing it, whereas they can get it out the feet, look a little bit earlier. But the modern game is all about possession and all about keeping the ball these days.
Possession stats, I think they call it, don't they? Only one stat that matters, isn't there?
That's the end of the game, what the score says. That's the stat I look forward to.
Well, Derby County almost overplayed it there. Uzanides tidies up again. Good defender, big Con, isn't he?
Strong. No airs and grace about him. He knows what he's good at, defending.
He likes defending, which I like to see. Thierry Small, has he run out of space there? No, play on, says the assistant. Rhys Hughes trying to wriggle his way through. Just can't manage it though. And Tyree Wilson can bring it away for Derby County. Liam Thompson back to Capomo. Agatis. Cresswell just stepped on the ball, well tidied up there by Einar Everson. Hughes. Well, it was either to Thierry Small to run onto or for Nathan Broadhead to pick up. Not on the same wavelength.
I think it was for Nathan really, and I think Nathan was kind of wanting one, just played inside. Don't think he was really looking for that one.
Einar Everson for Everton. Sliding challenge comes in from Cresswell. Liam Thompson picks it up for the Rams. 9 goals conceded in their last 2 games, so they'll certainly be wanting to tighten up now that Wayne Rooney is in charge of the first team and will be watching their every move, no doubt. And Thierry Small, I thought he better conceded the corner.
Yeah, I did, but he was convinced himself that that it was a goal kick.
Approaching the first quarter of an hour. They look quite tidy when we give them time and space to knock the ball about, don't they?
Yeah, in midfield, we're just giving them a bit too much time just to get on the ball and pick a pass out. But I've still seen enough in this first 15 minutes to suggest if we play anything like, we win the game.
Joe Anderson. Price. When you see these young lads making their debuts for the local boys, making their debut for the 23s, it's effectively your reserve team debut, and no family can watch. It's heartbreaking, Snods, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because your parents give up a lot of time and a lot of effort to take these boys, probably since they were 7 and 8 year old, 3 times a week, and then on a match day on a Sunday, and then to see, and then when they do actually step up and play, unfortunately, at this present time, they can't be there to watch them.
I'll tell you what they will be doing, Snods. They'll be listening to me and thee.
Me and thee.
Here's Agatis for Derby County. So congratulations and well done to every member of the Price family. You must be so proud tonight of young Isaac. I say I've known him since he was a wee boy. There's a man down inside the penalty area. Con Uzanidis, and I think he's had a whack where you don't really want to get a whack.
Especially on a cold night as well.
Absolutely. There's the replay. This might make you wince. Oh, well blocked. Well, it's taken his breath away. He's just having a little count up. You feel his pain. A bitterly cold night in February.
But do you know what your teammates do? They just laugh at you, you know. When you have something like that, they just bust out laughing.
He's a little bit winded. Coming up to 17 minutes on the clock. Konuzanidis, he'll sing an a cappella for a few weeks. Nico Hansen, back in action for Everton. Young American goalkeeper. Well won by Hughes. Looked like an untidy challenge from Isaac Price, but referee didn't see much wrong. Here's Konuzanidis. Quirk. Kyle John. Tyler Onyango. And again. Good football from Everton. Super football from Everton. Down the right-hand side with Nathan Broadhead. Can he get a ball into the danger zone? There's a couple of Everton players in there. Well, he slipped it across the Derby County penalty area, but Derby County clear. I might be able to counter, and Seb Quirk could be in trouble here. It was cynical. He knew what he was doing. He's taken one for the team by taking out Cameron Cresswell, and a yellow card and few complaints, I think, Snods.
No complaints whatsoever, but he had to do it. We'd pushed a lot of bodies forward. But when we first made the initial break with Nathan Broadhead, he was good football that got him in there, but because we played it so quickly up to him, we couldn't get the support up, and by the time the support came, it had broken down, and the Derby County had counter-attacked, and I would have done the same.
Yeah.
You had to take
one for the team.
Absolutely.
18 minutes gone at Loughborough Stadium. Derby County 0, Everton 0. Genuine goal-scoring opportunities, very much at a premium, but could be one now. A silly challenge on Bobby Duncan. They haven't really got Bobby Duncan into the game yet, have they, Derby County?
No, and let's hope it remains like that for the remainder of the game.
Callum Minkley to Thompson. Archie Brown shapes a cross, does cross, and wins his side a corner kick on the left-hand side. Very well thought of, Archie Brown, 18 years of age. It's his first season as an under-23 regular. But Derby County, as I say, do think a lot of him. And some defending for Everton to do.
Yeah, it's man-to-man marking as well. There's no zonal marking with David Unsworth. They've all got a man each.
There's a spare man at the back stick there. Up go the heads. It's won by Quirk, and that will be a corner kick if it's gone out of play, but I think Nico Hansen kept it in.
I prefer that as well, man-to-man marking than zonal marking.
Definitely.
You know, if your man, you've got a man before the when the coach tells you're marking number 4, and if number 4 scores, it's your fault. There's no questions asked about it.
You know who's culpable, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Good ball from Tyler Onyango to his fellow first-teamer, we can say now, Thierry Small. Uzanidis. Great for Unzi and Paul Tate and Keith Southern when 2 boys like that play for the first team, Snods.
Yeah, even the coaches lower down than that that age group as well. When there's coaches had them when they were 9, 10, 11-year-old as well. So a lot of development has gone into these kids. Even when you see them make the debuts, just think of all the coaching sessions that they've had.
Seb Quirk plays it to Uzanidis. Here's Joe Anderson. Closed down though by Tyree Wilson. Has to go back to Uzanidis. Good ball, good take as well from Onyango. Kyle John. It looks good until it gets to the final quarter, Snods, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've done all right. We're playing it around. Joe's liking every time he's getting the ball, he's looking to switch from left to right as well.
They're going to be compact, aren't they? Because the coaches will have said, listen, we've conceded 9 goals in the last 2 games. Keep it tight. Keep yourselves in the game.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they'll have worked on as well. Derby County, since the heavy defeats, more on defensive duties and keeping things tight.
One of your goals was against Derby County, wasn't it, Snods?
Only past Peter Shilton. What more do you want, Des? It wasn't just against Derby, it was against England's #1 keeper of nearly all time.
Yeah, he's up there, isn't he? Good play from Everton. Einar Everson carrying it forward. Oh, but just can't play in Nathan Broadhead. And that's where we've got to be a bit more careful, Snods.
Yeah, just take care. Great little turn. It was the right kind of ball. That's what kind of ball we're asking the boys to knock for Nathan. Just down the sides, but just a little bit of pace off it. It'd have been perfect. Just going back to that goal against Derby, Daz, he should have saved it, Peter Shilton.
Really?
Oh, honestly.
So it wasn't a Brahma from 20 yards?
Well, it was from 20 yards, but there were no pace on it. I don't know what happened to him.
Maybe
his cap must have fell over his eyes.
Perhaps he was giggling when he saw you shaking your shoe.
Yeah. Even crowd turned away in the Gladys Street end.
Quirk plays it forward. Good take by Everson. Can he now get something from this? He's well policed by Callum Minkley. That'll be a free kick for Derby County. Just didn't have the pace to get away from Callum Minkley there. Didn't Einar Everson. Got a good engine on him as well, the
he works
Norwegian.
Yeah, he does. He works extremely hard on several occasions when I've watched him. That's one thing you can't deny him, that he puts a shift in and week out. Whoever they play, wherever they play, he works exceptionally hard.
His distribution hasn't been the best tonight, Louis Molden. We'll take that. Kyle John will take this throw in for Everton. Back to Quirk. That's a dangerous one. Uzanidis does well to volley it away, but he won't have thanked his mate for that one, Snods.
No, he's just been a bit casual at times to get the ball away when Derby went through and perhaps should have scored. And then on a couple of occasions he's been sloppy with his passing. It's just that his next 3 or 4 balls, just get it down, play it simple, find a blue shirt, get your confidence.
Cameron Cresswell, another player who played for Derby County against Chorley in the FA Cup. And that result just shows you that you can have all the potential in the world, Snods. You can't beat a bit of know-how, can you? It was an experienced Chorley side who know the game. They know the level they're at, and they just had too much for the Derby kids.
Yeah, they will, and it's all part of learning, because you're right, surely they'll have had several players that have played lower league all their careers, and they've still got the know-how and the experience of playing proper men's football, as I say.
Yeah.
But then them Derby County kids would definitely have learnt something from that.
Free kick here for Everton. It was Max Bardell who fouled Rhys Hughes as he was trying to skip through. I wonder if sledging still goes on, Snods, when you're on the pitch like that, because when in your day, I bet you got all sorts of threats and abuse off senior pros. Just to bring you in a second, that was Derby County mounting an attack down the left-hand side, and Bobby Duncan goes down very, very easily. Kyle John puts the afterburners on, but then stands on the ball.
I tell you what, he's got good pace, hasn't he, Kyle John?
He's quick, yeah,
very, very quick. Picks the ball up direct.
And Bobby Duncan wanted a penalty there.
Yeah, we'll just see the replay there. I think he's gone down far too easy. I don't think there were any... Didn't see enough in it to give a penalty.
VAR would have had a look at it, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would have. But thankfully, there's no VAR. I'm not a lover of VAR.
You
never have
were
been.
you?
No.
When we used to do the in happier times when we could go and meet supporters clubs and do a Q&A, or we'd have charity dinners, Nod used to say, Daz, don't ask me about VAR.
I just think there's a lot of things rule-wise that are spoiling the game of football.
Now then, Thierry Small
Thierry.
on left-hand side of the penalty area. Is he going to go for goal? No, he chips it to the back stick. It was neither one thing nor the other, and it's a goal kick for Tottenham. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, this is where Unzi will want us to be better.
Yeah, he's got in a great position as well. He left wing back, got in there. All right, it's not a great handle, but before he just let it run across his body, one touch, could he have had a strike? He's looked up. We've got nobody in the box. And you're right. What was it? Was it a cross? Was it it was a cross more than anything. He should have just had an attempt, had a quick glance and thought, well, there's nothing on there. I'll have a strike on goal.
Thierry's found himself in a little bit of space on the left-hand side of the penalty area 3 times now, and the only time he actually shot for goal was when the angle was against him.
Yeah, that's right.
Paul Molden, I knew I'd say that at some point. Louis Molden just kicked the ball out again for Derby County. Just needs to relax there, the Derby County goalkeeper. Throw in for Everton. Cold night at Loughborough University. Great setup, great university for sport. Loughborough always has been. Home of Derby County Under-23s. Capomo to Max Bardell. Wins a throw-in off Thierry Small. 27.5 minutes gone. We await the first goal. We await the first real genuine goal scoring opportunity, and it nearly came then. It was Bobby Duncan. He's hardly been involved, but he took advantage of some hesitancy at the back then, and he wasn't a million miles away. He couldn't have done much more, could he?
I heard a shout, keeper's ball, Daz, and he would never get in there, the keeper, but he did shout. See, you see our centre back there having words. He were never going to get that, the keeper, but I did hear him shout. Quite fortunate to get away with that.
Bit of a let-off for Everton. Seb Quirk can't get the ball past Cresswell. It'll be a throw-in for the Toffees. Tyler Onyango runs out of space. Archie Brown picks it up. Cresswell.
Tyler's got to get on the ball a lot more for us. We're nearly half an hour into the game and he's probably had about 3 or 4 kicks, and that's the player that you're looking to dictate midfield.
Here he is on the ball, Tyler Onyango, right on cue, and he gives it away. Got to be more careful with the football, Everton, and I think Tyler Onyango is due a little bit of a ticking off from the referee as well, because he gave away a foul when the referee waved an advantage a few moments ago. Unzi will have been happy with the opening 15, but I'm not so sure about the subsequent 15.
We've been sloppy since. We've not really created anything, but the first 10 minutes especially would have pleased him. would have promised so much. But then after that, you're right, just not really created anything. Give the ball away unnecessarily as well.
Sebastian Quirk plays it to Con Uzanidis. Anderson. Everton give the ball away again. Dangerous position. Isaac Price this time bundles over Cameron Cresswell, and it could be another yellow card, and it is. Isaac Price marks his first ever start for the under-23s with a yellow card, but it was, again, we were the architects of our own downfall.
Yeah, that's a couple of times the centre-backs there are just giving the ball away far too easy, trying to play firm balls into midfield, but they're never getting there. They're getting cut out, and all of a sudden we're under pressure.
Free kick. Dangerous position. Bobby Duncan goes for goal. Ooh, it wasn't far away either. I thought it was a little bit ambitious. And has the goalkeeper got a touch on that, or is it taking a deflection?
No, I think he's got a touch. I think he's a good save in the end, but I thought he'd palmed it into the goal. It's a great free kick. I thought he was a bit too far out for Duncan to have a strike on goal.
19 years of age, scored 30 goals one season at Liverpool's academy. And again, more defending for Everton to do here. Corner kick for the Rams. Not exactly flooding the penalty area, Derby County, just 4 players in a line and Bobby Duncan on the goal line. It's high hanging corner, headed away. Chased down by Cresswell. That'll be a free kick. Isaac Price, who was cautioned for a foul on Cresswell, then is fouled by Cresswell, and it'll be a free kick for Everton. Chance to relieve the pressure. Here's Price. Great ball that. Picked up by Thierry Small. He's got Max Bardell in front of him again. He likes the little step overs, Thierry Small, doesn't he?
I don't think a left back should do that, do you? He should be either a left winger or...
If John Bailey tried it, he'd send himself the wrong way, wouldn't he? Sebastian.
I don't think Bales would have tried that.
It's Joe Anderson. Nice footwork from Isaac Price. It's a great ball. Nathan Broadhead in round the back here. Great first touch from Broadhead. Lovely finish. Quality. Sweet as a nut. Everton lead by 1-0. It was a super forward ball. It was good control and it was a composed finish. And Nathan Broadhead scores for Everton. 33 minutes on the clock and the Toffees lead against Derby County Snods.
Was that Joe Anderson again playing he played many crossfield balls, but then he's pinged one down the left-hand side. It's a great run from Broadhurst. Wow, that's a great bit of skill, that. It looked as though he was going to shape up to hit it with his left foot, and he's cut across it, back onto his right foot. Didn't panic, just seen the gap, placed it. So nonchalant as well. He just knew what he was doing with the ball. It's a great finish. Great run, great ball, great finish.
We love to see our number 9 score goals, don't we? And Ellis Sims has worn it well this season, much as Dominic has done so for the first team. And it has been bequeathed to Nathan Broadhead, and 2 goals in 2 games.
I'll tell you what, you're not getting as good a finish as that. It's so composed, cool finish.
That was the finish of a goal scorer.
Yeah, it was. He just chopped it back onto his right foot and just nonchalant placed it in the bottom corner.
Derby County 0, Everton 1. Premier League 2 action on the official Everton YouTube channel tonight with me, Darren Griffiths, and Ian Snowden alongside me. Loughborough University, the venue, and the Toffees lead by 1-0 to warm us up on a bitterly cold night. Here's Kyle John. Gives it away, but the ricochet favours Everton. Oh, lovely bit of skill from Nathan Broadhead. He's in the groove now, isn't he, the young Welshman? Has a little look up, but doesn't play the best of balls across the edge of the penalty area. Nice bit of skill, though, Snods.
Great bit of skill on that far touchline there. Don't know how he did it, to be truthful. It's a great piece of skill.
There's Joe Anderson. Been nice and tidy, Joe Anderson.
Yeah, he's been strong.
Nico Hansen clears his lines. Finds touch over on the far side.
I've been impressed with Nathan Broadhead. I think he's made some good runs. He's got some good ability. I'd probably like to see him more there than when he's out playing out wide.
You want to see him keep it up now, don't you? You want to see him go looking for more goals. I want to see him get 2 and 3 and keep working. And
that's what he'll be saying. He'll be saying to his teammates, I'm sure, look, I've got the beating of the back four. I've got the pace of them. Play in behind or give me the right service and I'll score your goals.
Some assets, isn't it? Electric pace.
Yeah, that's one thing I did have. Not anymore, though.
Emphasis on the word did. Joe Anderson scoops it into the air, headed back by Bardell, cushioned by Tyree Wilson, picked up by Agatis, and he's bundled over by...
Just got to be careful, Isaac.
Price. Yeah.
He's been booked. Good little footballer.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Young boy.
Not much on him.
No. Struggle to get served in Wetherspoons, wouldn't he, doesn't he? Young boy. Free kick comes in. Headed away by Joe Anderson. And Archie Brown just sees the ball out of play for a Derby County throw-in. And Everton have got 8.5 minutes plus added time just to see things through and go in at half-time with this single goal advantage given to us by a lovely, composed, sweet finish by Nathan Broadhead. Brown, long throw in near post. Cresswell. He's got space for a cross. He does ever so well. Well defended by Con Uzanidis. Cresswell did so well there, Snods, and Uzanidis had to be on the money, and he was.
We're saying he did well, but we should have prevented that. How on earth he got a crossing from there? We've got bodies there. He has done well, but I think it's Kyle John's got to get... He's got to be more determined not to let him get a ball across. Con's done very well under his own crossbar there to prevent a Derby County equaliser.
Short corner routine, that's off the training ground. Well worked by Derby County. Good challenge again from Joe Anderson, and Thierry Small clears his lines. When you play those short corners, they've got to come off, and that nearly did.
Yeah, and hopefully we can counter attack here.
Great ball in field to Isaac Price. He spreads it to this left-hand side where Thierry Small, as always, is waiting. Thierry Small and Kyle John encouraged to get forward with pace at every opportunity. Max Bardell has defended quite well against Thierry Small in this first half. Here's Rhys Hughes. Back it goes to Joe Anderson. Has a little look up, curls a cross in, decent ball in, headed away. Nobody on the edge of the box, but the offside flag is up on the far side anyway, and it'll be a free kick for Derby County. 38 minutes on the clock at Loughborough University. Derby County 0, Everton 1. Wasn't much in that,
I don't think it was offside. I think
he timed it quite well.
I think he's good against Nathan Broadhead, but I think he timed his run all right. Even though Derby did win the ball from it, I'd question that decision, linesman over on the far side.
Keep up with play, linesman. That's one thing we miss about our first team commentary, Snods, isn't it? The shouts from the crowd that have us in stitches.
Fantastic. I love going to games and commentating on the games just for that reason alone. Some of the shouts from the main stand are comical.
Agatis plays it back to Joe Bateman. He clips it towards Cresswell. Oh, and it reaches Cresswell. Chance here for Derby County. Good save, Nico Hansen. And it's whacked away by Joe Anderson, but a bit more hesitancy, Snods, at the back there.
Yeah, again, we've not looked comfortable at times. I think he's just got over the head of Quirk there, and keeper's done well. Good save, low down.
Mackenzie Hunt, Jack Barrett, Tom Cannon, Iman Jagney and Reece Welsh are on the bench for Unzi tonight. Kapomo. Bardell back to Pascal Kapomo again, in field to Agatis. That's a great ball, that, to Tyree Wilson. Right-hand side of the penalty area. Good footwork by Wilson. He's past Anderson. Real chance. Should have gone for goal himself, probably. And Everton can bring it away.
Thankfully,
some of the decision-making tonight from these young boys.
I'm absolutely delighted that he wasn't selfish. He should have had a strike on goal. There's no doubt about that.
Isaac Price. Good first-time ball by young Isaac to find Einar Everson on that right-hand side. Reece Hughes wants it playing across the middle. Einar Everson wins a corner. Decent little counter-attack from Everton.
Great little ball, first time from Isaac there.
Yep.
Like a player, midfield player with vision and time, and he just perfect weight in his pass to Everson.
Here's the chance, Snods.
Yeah.
Inexplicable, this.
Surely he's got to have a strike with his right foot. It's a crowded area, plenty of...
got to back themselves, these young players.
Plenty of our boys were back there and in good defensive positions, and I thought if he'd have just had a strike on goal, it would have caused us problems.
In comes the corner kick. It's decent, and it's well grabbed out of the pitch-black sky here in Loughborough by Louis Molden. Osazi Agatis. That's a super ball, that. Thankfully, Cresswell couldn't take it with him. And Everton tidy up again. Just got to see it through now, Snods.
Yeah, we got caught there. Just it was a terrific ball over the top, but just we got caught a little bit square there. I think it was us getting back defensively from that corner kick. Didn't get back quick enough.
Konuzanidis. Sloppy again, and Isaac Price does really well to keep the ball for Everton. Thierry Small, dispossessed by Bardell. Tyree Wilson. Challenge comes in again from Isaac Price. Got to get his challenges right, Isaac.
Yeah, he has. He's got to be careful, but he's having a good little spell on the ball. A couple of good passes. I think he's having a decent little game in there.
Joe Bateman brings it forward for Derby County. Liam Thompson to Brown, back to Thompson again. Agatis. Pinched by Reece Hughes. Tyler Onyango was screaming for it. Hughes turns out of it though and plays it back to Joe Anderson. Here's Uzanidis. Now then, can Nathan Broadhead get onto that? Yes, he can. Nathan Broadhead, he's certainly got the legs. He's got support if he needs it. Oh, he puts it wide. Chance for Nathan Broadhead. He did the hard bit again.
He did brilliantly again. Way he shaped himself, and then he's got the pace there. He's done it. This is a great little cut back onto his right foot again.
Oh, just loses control slightly.
He does. I think he's kind of slipped as well at the time, but it's a great chance for him to extend the lead, to put us 2-0 up, but he looks sharp. He really does tonight.
Thierry Small was in support, but you can't blame Nathan for going himself in that situation.
It was a great run by Thierry to down that left-hand side, but once Nathan had cut in on his back on his right foot, chopped it back onto his right foot, I just thought he were going to slot it, Daz.
Here's Thompson. Minute and a half plus added time. There won't be much added time. A minute or two, perhaps. A couple of yellow cards for Everton. Seb Quirk and Isaac Price have irked the referee sufficiently to earn them a yellow card.
That's one thing I can't understand. I can hear the Derby coaches saying, keep the ball. The one down, there's a minute and a half to go before half-time. I won't want to be saying, just keep the ball for the sake of it. Let's look. My shouts would be, let's look forward. But you can hear the coaches shouting, keep the ball, keep the ball. There's too much of keeping the ball.
Reece Hughes. Price. Grown in confidence.
I think he's done well. Little Isaac, I think he's been our most predominant midfield player in there.
There he is again. foraging away for possession. The loose ball falls for Bobby Duncan. Nice play from Derby County. Duncan plays it wide to Tyree Wilson. First time cross across the 6-yard box. And Derby County have won themselves a corner in the last knock-ins of the first half.
That's a decent little ball, that, from the Derby County right-hand side midfield player. He's been played in by Duncan, then he's whipped a first-time ball across the 6-yard box. Nobody's gambled for Derby. Well, I wouldn't even say it's a gamble. You just want to see, thankfully, I'm speaking from our point of view, thankfully Derby didn't respond to that and get bodies in the box.
We're into added time here at Loughborough University at the end of the first half. Everton have just got to try and see it out. Decent header that by Seb Quirk, but it'll come back in again. Didn't quite see the board snods for added time. There'll be no more than a couple of minutes, I wouldn't have thought.
Well, there's been no physios on at all, have they, treating anybody?
Just a couple of yellow cards. And hopefully Everton can see this out nice and safely. Stick with us, by the way, at the half-time. We've got a few pieces of video to show you. Keep you entertained during the half-time break while you're waiting for the kettle to boil or your soup to heat up. No cappuccinos for me tonight, Snods?
No, I haven't made you anything, Darren. And I'll never make you anything ever again.
Good header again from Joe Anderson, and Derby County applying a little bit of pressure here last couple of minutes.
Yeah, they've knocked some decent balls into our penalty box, and thankfully we've defended them okay.
Good ball in that from Cameron
Yeah,
Cresswell.
it was.
And a good authoritative bit of defending by Joe Anderson, and he'll need to do it again now because it's another corner and Derby County lining up similarly. There you go, good header away. Max Bardell puts it back over the top. Kyle John lets it drop over his shoulder and sees it out of play, and that should be enough to send Everton in at half-time with this Nathan Broadhead goal to nil lead. Referee just checks his watch. Kyle John in no rush, understandably, to take the throw in. Back it comes again, though. Cleared. High into the air, it's over Nathan Broadhead. Bateman heads it back towards the halfway line. Isaac Price clips it to the right-hand side. Good first touch by Einar Iversen. Can he get it out from under his feet? Can he get the ball into the penalty area? Does he need to get it into the penalty area? No, just keeps it by the corner. And the referee blows the half-time whistle, and fits and starts really in that game, Snods. Much to enjoy, but one or two bits of frustration as well.
Yeah, I think David will be generally pleased. I think the first 10-15 minutes we were far the better side. Had a couple of decent efforts. Thierry Small getting down the left-hand side on a couple of occasions. Then we got sloppy for probably 10-15 minutes where at the back we were just giving the ball away, a couple of midfield players giving the ball away, and just get a little bit to Derby. They grew in a little bit of confidence, but then 10 minutes before the end of the half, Nathan Broadhead's been outstanding this last 10 minutes or so. Could have had a second goal. Certainly took his goal really, really well. But overall, I think we deserve to be going in 1-0 at half-time, and I can see more goals for us this second half.
I was going to say, there's more goals in there for us, if we be a bit more careful.
Definitely, I think Thierry will keep getting out and down that left-hand side. Nathan will keep causing them problems in behind, and hopefully we'll defend really, really solid. I've been impressed by Joe Anderson so far as well. First 45 minutes, I think he's looked strong, and his passing's been really good.
Everton leading Derby County by 1-0. Tyler Onyango and Thierry Small both involved tonight. They were both, of course, involved for the first team in the FA Cup victory against Sheffield Wednesday recently, and the two men of the moment, Thierry Small and Tyler Onyango, have been speaking to EvertonFC.com.
Hey, Thierry, congratulations. Firstly, obvious question, how did that feel coming off your Everton debut?
Unbelievable, thank you. Yeah, it's just everything I've dreamed of since I was a young boy, so it's crazy.
It's one thing you get in your debut at 16, but you're an Everton record holder now as well. You've taken Jose Baxter's record off him after nearly 13 years.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. It still hasn't sunk in properly yet. It's just one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life. Just you know, making my family proud. All the hard work that we've had to put in through the years, sacrifices, it's all come true.
You tell us about some of those sacrifices that have brought you to this stage.
I had to move away from home at the age of 11, so that was hard, moving away from my family and stuff like that. So it's character building, so it matured me as a player, and I'm just grateful that Ancelotti gave me the opportunity to play today.
When did you find out you were going to be in the squad?
He told me 2 days before, so I was happy when he told me. Still hasn't sunk in now, to be honest with you. So yes, great moment for me and my family.
Tyler, congratulations. Huge night for yourself personally.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, yeah, I've been at the club since 8 years old, worked my way through all the different age groups, and then yeah, to make my debut is massive, and I'm really pleased, really happy. So yeah, thank you.
17 now, so 9 years you've been working your way through those age groups. Have you been envisaging exactly what your debut would be like?
Yeah, as a young kid, I mean, you come to Goodison, watching from the stand as a ball boy, all those things. So like you sit there and you just imagine it, and it's just a dream as a kid. So then to finally step on to the pitch and play, it is a dream, honestly. Yeah, it's amazing.
Who are the players you've watched when you've been coming to Goodison, watching from the stands and thinking?
When I was from 8 years old, like when Arteta was here, Cahill was here, obviously Bainesy just retired, and obviously Coleman and all the players up until now, Gomez in midfield, all those players. So yeah, I've seen it right through for many years.
So when did you discover you were in the squad for tonight's game?
Yesterday after training, I seen the squad get sent out and I see my name in it. So yeah, I was over the moon to see that. And I was buzzing, couldn't sleep, and then yeah, when Duncan said to us that we're coming on, I mean, yeah, I was just so excited, and then came on and made up.
Lads, Thierry Small and Tyler Onyanga, I've had the pleasure of travelling with the Under-23s many times in recent years to the away games and the home games, of course, at Southport, and it just makes me laugh when Thierry refers to the gaffer as Ancelotti.
I know, and yeah, just heard him say Coleman there. He's Seamus. He's not Coleman, but. And what made me laugh as well, Daz, when they both said, when we were kids. They still are kids, 16 and 17, when we were kids. But
Thierry Small said, I've been dreaming about that since I was a young boy.
But no, he's fantastic. I know what I felt like when I'm making my debut for Doncaster, and it's not in the same limelight as Everton, but to me it was, because obviously there were a crowd in there as well. I think there were about 5,500 that day, so it meant an awful lot to me, even though it were Doncaster Rovers. It's massive, and you are nervous and you're excited, and you could see it in the two kids' faces. That's what you do dream of as a real youngster, thinking playing the game of football in your back streets or in your garden, and you're thinking, wow, will I ever make it on to a professional club? Will I make it that people are watching me on TV? Thierry Small's come on, he's now the youngest player ever to have played for Everton. Wow, what a feeling. And let's hope, I'm sure that they will not get above the station. Our coaching staff will not allow that. David Unsworth will not allow that. But they seem two very nice lads. And as I said, you want to see players like that represent our football club for many, many years to come.
And the challenge to Tyler Onyango and Thierry Small is make sure it's not your one and only appearance for the first team. Right, there are many, many things that make us fiercely proud to be blue, and chief amongst them is the work that is done on a regular basis by Everton in the community, helping out in the local community and way, way beyond as well. Here's a lovely piece of film from Everton in the community. This is simply called Together. piece of film, Snods, but if you're not inspired by that, if you're not warmed by that, what are you going to be inspired by? What are you going to be warmed by?
Do you know what? Daz, my official title is an ambassador for this football club, and I miss that. During this COVID, people say, "What you doing?" Yeah, I'm walking. I'm watching TV. I'm bored. I am bored. I want to go back, and I want to go into schools, and I want to be there with the public. I want to go in hospitals visiting, and it's sorely missed it, and I'm sure I'm speaking for Diamond and Sharpie as well. The Everton in the community, I think he's 33 years now. It's absolutely incredible what we do as a football club in the community, and we're not just talking around the Goodison area. We've expanded everywhere, and when I go to schools and the young kids have no idea who I am, but when I wear my tracksuit with that badge on, I could be Duncan Ferguson. I could be any one of the Everton first team players to them kids, because you've got that badge and it means so much. And as a football club, as I said, we cannot do enough in the community, and that's why we're the best.
Well, one recent addition to the Everton family who joined us in the summer is, of course, the big Frenchman, the powerful Frenchman, Abdullahi Doucoure, in our final piece of video to keep you entertained during this half-time break here at Loughborough University is an interview with Abdullahi Doucoure. This is our Frenchman speaking to EvertonFC.com.
Since I'm very little, I was in love with football. So, of course, I'm very happy to be in the Premier League right now. It was my dream when I started to play football, to play in the best league in the world. So I'm here at the moment in the big club, in the great club. So I'm very happy, and I want to even have more success in this league. Yeah, he's a great manager. I always dreamed to play under such a great manager like Carlo Ancelotti. He's one of the nicest guys in the world of football. He gives me a lot of confidence, a lot of advice. So very happy to play under him.
What a wonderful move there from Everton, and Abdullahi Doucoure provides the finishing touch.
Yeah, of course, I think he's one of the best time to be an Everton player. I think a lot of players dream to be in that team, and I'm very happy to be in that team. You are a very good player, great signing, good atmosphere, good. The mood is very good around the club, and of course at the moment it's nice. Of course, we want to be successful this year. This is the main target, because without that you can say the thing is well, and of course you want to achieve good thing end of the season. One of my targets during my football career, I want to play in the Champions League soon, and the best way is to qualify, to try to help to qualify Everton in the Champions League. So of course it's going to be huge for me to play in the Champions League with that Everton shirt. We still have you have two competitions. You have the Premier League and the FA Cup, so you have two trophies. So it's going to be, of course, very hard, but I think this year you have a great team. We show you can do great things. So of course this year you can win one trophy. Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he has. I used to admire him when he was at Watford, when he played against us. I thought he was a real handful, box-to-box player. He's got good energy, and since he's came to our place, he's settled in very, very well as well. And I love it when they say they've come to a big club, because we are a big club, and we just need to kick on. We just need to win a trophy, get into a final, and just show. Some of these new players will not believe the support that we generate and the atmosphere that Goodison Park generates. And even when we go away from home, we sell out every game, and there's no better feeling as a football player, an Everton football player, when you run out away from home and see all them supporters.
Here's that chance from Reece Hughes early doors, Snods. He'll have nightmares about that, won't he?
Yeah, but he's made a great effort to get up into the box in support, and kind of snatched at his chance with his left foot. He will be disappointed. Sorry.
This was the chance for Cameron Cresswell.
Yeah, I think
he'll be disappointed as well.
Yeah, you can see all the two Derby lads that were in support as well. He's done the right thing. He's had a strike on goal, but it weren't convincing.
More good play there from Isaac Price, who's done well. So has Joe Anderson.
It's a great ball. What Joe's done on a couple of occasions, he's switched it from left to right, but this time he's seen Nathan make a direct run, and he's pinged a great ball, probably 50, 60 yards into the path of him. But how composed is that? The finish. He's still got a lot to do when he's received the ball, but as he's come inside, looked as though he was going to strike with his left foot, chopped it back onto his right, and then just the way he finished it, so composed, didn't rush it, didn't thrash it, he just calmly slotted it into the bottom corner. It's a terrific ball.
Yeah.
But this is what I like. This bit now, wow. The defender's sold himself. He thinks he's going to strike. And then, as I say, he's
very understated celebration.
Yeah, it was. He didn't get overexcited, but I'm just sure that he's confident that he scores, and he just says, look, put it in the right areas for me, I'll do the rest.
Yeah, well, he has played for the first team when we played at Apollon Limassol in the Europa League in Cyprus a few years ago. He got a good run out that night, and he's played for Burton Albion as well. So he's one of those players that one of the many players who have benefited from going out on loan, and they quite liked him at Burton Albion, Snoz, didn't they?
I'm not surprised. He's a good talent. He really is. Whether his main thing is he wants to play for Everton Football Club, whether he can achieve that, I don't know. But Nathan will definitely make a living at football in a professional environment.
Blackburn Rovers are leading Leicester City by 1-0 at the Leicester City training ground. So as it stands, Blackburn Rovers will be top of the pile in Premier League 2 because Tottenham Hotspur were held to a 1-1 draw at home to Arsenal. But it's all about what's happening here at Loughborough University, and it's so far so good. Everton can... The scope to get better, isn't it? It is so far so good, but as I say, we can improve on that opening 45
Yeah,
minutes.
we've just got to cut the mistakes out. We're 1-0 up, you get a clean sheet, you win the game. That's what Hunzi will be saying. We need a solid foundation now for this next 45 minutes. Don't be silly, don't be sloppy in possession. Just be tight as a unit. You've got the game. You've got the 3 points at half-time. Can we advance? Can we get a second goal early doors and make it a little bit more comfortable that if we do concede, then we still go on and win the game? So, I'm sure Hunzi will have said, back four or three centre-backs it is, be solid. You're only against the number 9 for Derby, who's playing as an out-and-out striker. So this shouldn't really be a problem.
Substitution for Everton, Reece Welsh is on to replace Seb Quirk, and Mackenzie Hunt is on as well for Everton. Two players coming on at the break for the Toffees. Remains to be seen just who's out there, who's not out there rather. Waiting for the fourth official to raise the Derby County board, and it is Isaac Price who's gone off.
Do you know what? That it doesn't surprise me. But it does surprise me. I think Isaac's played very, very well, but he's been booked, and then he was fortunate. We didn't really pick it up. Over the far side, he made a tackle, and I think he got away with it. And I think Hunzi's had a little look and thinking, if he makes one more tackle that's not timed, he might probably get sent off. But he can hold his head up, Isaac. I think he's done really, really well that first 45 minutes.
He's certainly a young player we'll see a bit more of, isn't it, throughout the season? Reece Welsh and Mackenzie Hunt, two young academy players. Chance for them to show David Unsworth and Franny and John Ebrell what they've got in their locker. Hunt involved straight away. Thierry Small, Mackenzie Hunt again to Hughes. He leaves it for Tyler Onyango. Reece Welsh picks it up. Tall boy, isn't he, Reece? Kyle John. Can they get the second ball? A little bit fortuitous to get it back off the defender. Not the worst cross in the world, by the way. And here's a shooting chance for Reece Hughes, and it's blocked. Uzunides just nods it back towards the danger zone. Tyler Onyango scrapping away, can't pick up the ball. Agatis brings it away, and Tyler Onyango is penalised for a little bit of wrestling.
Yeah, he's thrown the boy to the floor, but at first it was a little bit to-ing and fro-ing by the both of them, and I don't think he's going to. Oh, he is. He's going to book him.
Yellow card, third yellow card of the evening for Everton, and Tyler Onyango is booked by the referee. What do you make of this, Nods?
Yeah, it's a coming together of both of them lot, and then Tyler's thrown him to the floor, perhaps. Yeah, the referee, and he's only 2 yards away.
It was 6-1 half.
It was at first.
At first, wasn't it? Tyler won on a technical knockout. Agatis for Derby County. Poor ball back. And that'll be a throw-in. There's Mick Rathbone there. There's Baz there in the picture at the bottom.
Yeah.
Stalwart of the football club. Came from Preston North End when David Moyes was appointed. Kyle John, that'll be a free kick. Narciso Agatis, as I said earlier, born in Germany, came to the UK when he was 7, played for Man City and Man United before joining Derby County. A bit of a messy challenge on Kyle John, and that'll be a free kick and a chance for Rhys Hughes to work his magic from this right-hand side. He's got a good delivery on him, Stods.
Yeah, it's going to obviously be an out swinging ball from Rhys. Just aim for that penalty spot. That's where you need to be aiming, Rhys.
It's low, flicked on by Mackenzie Hunt, and it didn't get the touch off Rhys Welch. It was the 2 substitutes there who nearly combined to open up the Derby County defence.
It went a great free kick as well, to be honest. He's put it in there. It's not really beat the first man. And then we've got 3, and he's just gone past all 3 of them at the in the middle of the goal and the back post.
One touch and it's in.
Yeah.
Throwing for the Toffees. Good bright start, those Nods, to the second half.
Yeah, that's what David will have said to his boys. Come on. Let's try and get another one early doors.
A second goal probably would be enough.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this Derby.
The meanest defence in the Premier League too.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this Derby side, and do I really see many goals in them? No, I don't. And I think the chances that they have had has been down to our mistakes, really, and our sloppiness.
Well, that'll be a free kick for Everton. Pascal Capomo on loan from Southampton. It was actually Agatis who gave the foul away. Young Derby County side, young Everton side as well. And so far, so good for David Unsworth Toffees. Rhys Welch back to Uzunides. Back to Welch again. Flick from Broadhead, looking for Mackenzie Hunt. What a great first touch by Mackenzie Hunt. Can he get a second touch?
Oh, he just run away from him. Yeah, his first, I thought it was a great touch, and it's just happened to run away from him. Good little ball over the top to him, and I thought it was a good first touch, and then it just kept running. The ball kept running and running away from him.
Minkley to Thompson, back to Minkley again, back to Thompson again. Mackenzie Hunt read the back pass then, Nathan Broadhead rather. Good win by Uzunides. Good spin by Everson. Great ball as well towards Nathan Broadhead, and David Unsworth will be pleased with the intensity of this start.
It's been a bright start, 4 minutes into the second half, nearly 5 minutes, and we're pressing. What we're doing from midfield, but what we weren't doing at times that first half, he's squeezing on Derby's midfield, and now we're pressurising him into making mistakes and pressurising not to have time on the ball.
Cameron Cresswell to Archie Brown. Kyle John stands his ground, but he can't stop the cross. It's a decent ball in. Capomo gets another decent ball in. Nobody in there to attack it though, thankfully. Heavy first touch from Cresswell, but he keeps it in down by the corner flag. Back to Brown. Great little knock by Brown. But good defending by Reece Welsh. Did enough before Thompson could get a shot away, and they don't look as if they've got a natural born goal scorer out there, do they?
Thankfully, no, but a couple of occasions now, left and right, they've got balls in from the box, and that's one thing you're told to do from your coaching staff. Don't let crosses too easily come into your box. Try and defend it, try and stop the crosses coming in, and on 2 occasions then within 30 seconds they got a ball in from the left and a ball in from the right. Need to do more to prevent them coming into our penalty box.
Uzanidis to Reece Welsh. Snods and I back in the commentary box in his native Yorkshire on Wednesday night. Leeds United against Everton, Premier League football.
Yes, one of my old clubs, obviously, before I signed for this magical club.
Going to get there early and polish the statue.
Yeah. I don't think I'll even get a mention in the programme.
The thing to do is mute the telly and listen to me in Snods while you're watching the Toffees. Here's Thompson. Bit of space for Wilson on the right-hand side of the penalty area, and it was across the face of the goal. Bobby Duncan couldn't get a touch, but we're dicing with it.
Yeah, just been caught out couple of times in the last 2 minutes or so, and good break from midfield. Timely ball as well. Oh, just too much pace, thankfully.
Goal kick for the Toffees, but well, we eulogised, didn't we, about how bright the start had been to this second period, and since we said that, Derby County have manufactured a couple of openings. Tyler Onyango squeezes it away.
I want more from Tyler, though, Daz.
Yeah.
I keep saying he's made his debut now. Come on for his debut. He's training with first-team players. He must be confident, but I want to see him dictate. He's a good player.
Yeah.
I want to see him get on the ball. I want to see Derby fear him and say, wow, what a good player this boy is.
Archie Brown. You want Tyler to get the game by the scruff.
Yeah,
you
do. No matter what age he is. He's 17, but he's good enough, and he should be good enough to give me the ball, get it off our centre backs, get it off midfield players, and just start dictating the play. That's what good players do.
Carlo Ancelotti will be keeping a close eye on how Thierry Small and Tyler Onyango play for the under-23s now, won't they, having given them a little sniff of it?
As I think Carlo Ancelotti will be keeping his eye on everybody, not just the two that have made the debut, but everyone. He will watch and listen to what David Unsworth's got to say.
Oof, that wasn't a bad effort from Cameron Cresswell. I think it was comfortably always going over the crossbar, but it wasn't a million miles away from the Derby wide man. Yeah,
they've had a few efforts on goal in the last couple of minutes that I'm not liking at the minute.
If you didn't listen in at the half-time, by the way, there was a lovely interview with Tyler Onyango and Thierry Small when Thierry Small said I was made up when Ancelotti picked me.
Ancelotti.
Not Mr. Ancelotti or the gaffer or the boss.
Yeah.
Although the best line was Thierry Small. It's something I've dreamt of since I was a young boy. You still are. Can't even remember when I was 16. Here's Anna Everson. To Broadhead, that'll be a foul.
That's a booking.
Yeah, should be. I think Joe Bateman will be booked.
And rightly so. We've had 3 players booked now or so, and great little turn again. He's looked lively, Nathan Broadhead up front.
He has. Tyler Onyango, Sebastian Quirk and Isaac Price yellow carded in the first half, and as you alluded to, Snods, part of Unzi's thinking probably was Seb Quirk's on a yellow, Isaac's on a yellow.
Yeah.
Make a couple of changes.
Yeah, Quirk just get the ball away on a couple of occasions as well, and but yeah, I think the bookings have had a lot to do with both decisions.
Nico Hansen finds Reece Welsh. 10 minutes gone in the second half. The Toffees leading by that Nathan Broadhead goal to nil. Here he is again, trying to get the best side of Callum Minkley, but Joe Bateman it was, who plays it back to his own goalkeeper. And Louis Molden clears his lines.
Just take a bit more care there. Thierry down the left-hand side there. Yeah, he's held his hands up. He knows he's overplayed it. Too much pace.
Live Premier League 2 action here on the official Everton YouTube page. Derby County 0, Everton 1 at Loughborough University. Wonderful setup here. It's always had a good reputation for sport, hasn't it, Loughborough University?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they make a mess of that, though. The hosts, Wayne Rooney, is here tonight. Hasn't been his best night distribution-wise, has it, the Derby?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
Here's Mackenzie Hunt. Has he got space for a cross? Well, he wins a corner. Next
Yeah, he's
best
done
thing.
well down that right-hand side then. Positive.
With the challenge. Chance for Konuzanidis.
Do you think Wayne will be happy with his results so far?
First team-wise,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
He hasn't half tightened up, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
I mean, to look at the young goalkeeper, what a place to learn, working with Shay Given, for example, on the coaching staff.
Brilliant.
Corner kick, Everton. Reece Hughes plays it in. Thompson. Hughes might get a second bite at the cherry here. Blocked, but it reaches Kyle John. Clipped in by Kyle John into the danger zone, but again, didn't make the best of it, did we?
No, we didn't. We've got opportunity to deliver a decent ball in there.
Did you always think Wayne would go into management snods?
Not really.
No, I didn't at first.
I even thought he might have another year at playing, but it's so difficult. I only did it at Doncaster Rovers in non-league player manager. There's no way he could have played as well and been a manager. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So I think he's retired at the right age, and he must have huge respect of his players, and who knows. He may one day come back and manage the Blues.
His beloved Toffees. Just better from Everton. Thierry Small powering down that left-hand side. Decent ball in. Oh, on the touch, but it might reach Mackenzie Hunt and it's blocked. It's a corner kick, but it should have been a bit more.
Yeah, but that's good. That's positive play. That's quick play. Thierry again down that left-hand side, sorry. Been played in there. Strong burst. Decent ball in as well. Just behind Nathan. And then it's a good block, but more positive.
As I say, I think a second goal would probably be enough here tonight. Uzanidis is forward. Joe Anderson's forward as well. Reece Welsh is in there. Tyler is in there as well on Yango. There's no shortage of height. It's a good ball in.
That's a great ball in.
Ball in.
Whipped near post. Keeper's done well to punch it away, because that's been put in with so much pace.
Approaching the hour mark. Plenty of whip on the corner. He's done well there, Molden. Another good corner, please. Whoops. Headed back by Broadhead. And then Paul Molden gathers it. Two different corners there, Snods. Contrasting delivery.
Yeah, they were. One really whipped into the near post, and then one right back to the far post.
Nathan Broadhead for the Toffees. Got himself in a little bit of a Derby County cul-de-sac.
I think we're quite fortunate to get that.
So am I. Well,
Yeah,
Archie Brown isn't pleased, and I don't blame him. I thought that was a Derby County
I
throw-in.
did. I thought it'd come off Nathan.
Pained expression tells its own story. I'd like to have seen us try and throw that into the penalty area, Snods.
Yeah.
Joe Anderson plays another good ball forward too.
I've been impressed with Joe's passing tonight.
Yeah. Back to...
Oh, could he have played him back in?
Yeah, don't think he realised that it was over his shoulder. Thierry Small gets the block. And he goes for the return ball. Closed down by...
I tell you what, he's got some skill and some ability.
Like Cristiano Ronaldo there.
I mean, in commentary, and he's sent me dizzy for 3 or 4 times.
Needs to be an end product though, doesn't it? You're going to do that. Here's Joe Anderson. Plenty of end product from him tonight. Reece Welsh. Broadhead. Almost a decent ball to Mackenzie Hunt. But well tidied up by Derby County. Archie Brown just overruns it. Toffees 1, the Rams 0 here at Loughborough. Joe Anderson looking for Thierry Small, but Derby County will bring it away again. Kyle John. Good turn by Nathan Broadhead. He's been pulled back, and that should be a yellow card as well. Callum Minkley, Nathan Broadhead didn't like it, made his feelings known, and Callum Minkley will should be yellow carded, and he is. He was the captain when Derby County Under-18s won the national title a couple of years ago. 20 years of age now, Callum Minkley, and don't get that.
He had hold him for about 10 seconds there. This is a great chance. Can we have a strike on goal, or is he too far out for a strike on goal? They're lining up on the 18-yard box, so perhaps it is.
Nathan Broadhead making the nuisance of himself. Reece Welch and Tyler Onyango are up, and well, that's in Reece Hughes' locker.
I would think it's within striking distance.
Paul Molden has only got
to put a decent ball up from that area. He's going to take a lot of ability, but can he strike? I think he's well worth a strike on goal.
Referee just wants a word with Tyler Onyango.
He's certainly setting up as though he's going to clip it in there.
Yeah. Unless it's all about disguise, and it's not. He curls a great ball in, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Reece Welch, I'm sure, thought he was about to score his first goal for Everton Under-23s. It was a great ball in, Snods.
It was a great ball in. I was thinking, well, are you going to strike on goal? But it's no, it's a terrific ball into the to the far post. Sorry, Welch has done really well. Good header. Like to see it again. Could he have headed back across goal? But no, the youngster's done well just to get on at the back post and head it on goal.
Good football all round. Good delivery, good header, and a good save by that young man, Louis Molden.
See it again. This is a terrific ball. Oh, it's a good header as well. Plenty of pace is generated on it.
Good football all round.
He's unlucky.
Yeah. Anywhere else that probably goes in.
Yeah, it was a decent effort. Decent save.
63.5 minutes on the clock. Everton still leading by that Nathan Broadhead goal to 0. Joe Bateman passes the ball back to Molden, and he, right-footed, slams it down the middle. Bobby Duncan gets away from Con Uzanidis, slips it to Archie Brown, well watched by Kyle John. Archie Brown plays it to Cresswell. In goes Mackenzie Hunt helping out at the back. It breaks for Cresswell. Tyrese Wilson lays it off. Gets it back again. Wilson, chance for Wilson inside the penalty area. And there's the equalising goal for Derby County. It's come from nowhere, really. Extravagant celebration by Tyree Wilson. And Derby County's nods are level.
Yeah, it's a good finish. It's a good finish. Could we have got a tackle on him before he actually shot? There's no doubt about it. It's a quality finish. Just having a look, he's picked it up. We've got defenders sitting off him. Should one have gone tight? There, could we have won the ball? But no, as he's got it onto his left foot, there's no stopping it.
Nope.
He's done well, a good little turn in there, and it's a terrific finish.
It's the first pass we should be picking up, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just felt when the first ball went across, he dropped off deep, and could we have got one of our defenders to go out there, confront him?
18 years of age, and Leicester City have also equalised against Blackburn Rovers, so the 2 7 o'clock kickoffs tonight are all square, one apiece. Tyree Wilson, 18 years of age, made his Under-23 debut for Derby County when he was 15 years of age, and it was a good finish. Now then, what have Everton got in the locker? Mackenzie Hunt to Quirk, forces Quirk a little bit wide, and then he loses his footing.
I think we've got a corner off it though, Daz. I think he's took a deflection as well. He did lose his. I think what he's done, he's gone to cross it and he's hit his other foot.
Yeah.
He's hit the defender and gone out for a corner kick. Sorry.
Well, he's got a good corner kick on him as Reece Hughes. Can Everton restore the advantage quickly? Another great corner.
It is a great corner.
Super corner, so difficult to defend, and I think Paul Molden is saying it was behind the line before I made contact, and the referee and the linesman say, "You're right, son, it's a goal kick." Which way is this going to go, Snods?
I thought it had gone our way. I think we've had a couple of chances, but then all credit to Derby. It's a terrific finish. But there's a winner in this, and let's hope it's our way.
Reece Welsh. Can we find, well, just about finds touch on this near side. Tyler Onyango can't come away with the ball. Here's Wilson again. Just holds off Reece Hughes, lays it wide to Max Bardell. Capomo plays it back across the goal, and it's scrambled away, and they've got the tails up.
Yeah, they are. Just looking at Tyler there, a couple of occasions, he's let midfield players and players run by him. He's got to do more off the ball than what he's actually doing. If we just see this, look, he's let his marker, the lad running behind him. He's got to be aware of things like that. If he's going to be a top player that we think he's going to be a player, he's got to learn from things like that.
Bardell will take this throw in for Derby County, drops it in short to Bobby Duncan. Cross comes in from Wilson into the penalty area, safely gathered by Nico Hansen. Now, can Everton launch a counter-attack? Kyle John, speed merchant, away he goes. Quick, isn't he? Oh, and he's just pushed it too far.
Yeah.
Too quick for his own good.
Yeah, because he has got bags of pace. Just needed to relax at the right time there, but he got us well up the pitch with his pace, and then, unfortunately, just overrun it.
Capomo to Bateman. Now it's with Callum Minkley.
Can we nip it? Can we win it?
Mackenzie Hunt does win it. To Hughes, blocked though. Zip's just gone out of our play a little bit, Snots,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, we just need to get the midfield back on it.
Reece Welsh. Nathan Broadhead hasn't been involved at all, really, in this second period.
How old's Reece Welsh does?
I think he's 17.
Yeah, looks a good size, looks composed as well.
He does, doesn't he? Looks a confident boy.
Yeah, really does. Like the look of him.
Throwing for Derby, Archie Brown, 20 minutes to go. Good turn by Bobby Duncan. Plays it in field to Tyree Wilson, back to Bobby Duncan again. Those two are starting to influence things for the hosts. Duncan draws Uzanidis away from the middle and plays it back to Archie Brown. Oh, we've got to be offside, hasn't he? It's a good save by Nico Hansen, but Cameron Cresswell.
Yeah, I was just going to ask how has he got in there, but thankfully he was offside. A terrific ball over the top, but yeah, he's
comfortably offside. Good block by Nico, nonetheless. And it remains 1-1 as we approach 70 minutes on the clock. Under-23s in action again at the end of the week against Manchester City at the City Academy. That will be a tough game. Thierry Small trying to bulldoze his way through. Here's Konuzanidis. Anderson. Now then, This is what we want to see from Tyler Onyango. Bursting forward, breaking forward. Has he got the right decision? Plays it to Broadhead. Must be 2-1. Nathan Broadhead with the finish. Tyler Onyango with the break forward and the assist. And Everton are back in front.
That's what you want to see Tyler do. We've been waiting for it to happen 71 minutes into the game and thinking, can he influence this game? Yeah, he can, because that's what he's good at. Just won the ball there, strong run, lovely way to pass. Look, that's more like it. That's what we want to see. And then it's a lovely first time ball into the path, lovely way, great finish. Composed finish again by Nathan. Just picked his spot. Keeper absolutely no chance. It's a terrific finish.
71.5 minutes on the clock here at Loughborough University, and Derby County 1, Everton 2 is the scoreline. And it's another goal for Nathan Broadhead, his third of the season. And he's on a hat-trick. Can you go and get your hat-trick? Can you go and get your third goal?
He'll be thinking about it, definitely. And if he gets the supply on the two finishes that he's shown, he's really cool in front of goal. There's no reason why he can't if he gets another opportunity.
It was important to hit back quite quickly, Snods, wasn't it? And not let Derby really get up ahead of steam.
Very much so.
Which at times they were threatening to do.
Yeah, very much so.
Big Konuzanidis, that's the sort of situation he likes. A little bit outnumbered on that occasion. Here's Bobby Duncan again. Tyree Wilson. Agatis goes for the shot, and Uzanidis takes the sting out of it. The goalkeeper gathers it. What we mustn't do is allow them back in it again, Snods.
No, you're right. It's important that I'm sure David will be barking orders onto his defence and his midfield, not to let people come off, not to let them run in behind. But it needs to come within on the field as well.
Now then, thought there was going to be a chance
to
then
get him
for
offside.
To break. The linesman flags up on this near side.
But yeah, that's when you take responsibility as a player. When you see how the game's developing, it's all about communicating to your fellow teammates as well, and just pull people in, tell them where to go, tell them how to get time. Even though they are at a young age, they train with each other every day, and it's good advice that you're giving each other on the pitch.
Thompson, Agatis, Minkley. Now then, who's after that? Archie Brown's going to get there. Cross comes Konuzanidis.
That's a foul.
Makes it his, and that's a free kick. Archie Brown was late then, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was late. He left one in there on him, and
the referee didn't spot it. Been in the wars a little bit tonight, Big Con.
He's strong enough though, Big Con, and he, as you say, he loves that. That's his game.
I like a centre-half who loves defending. Yeah. The Dave Watson, a Richard Gough.
That's why you are a centre-half. It's different if you're playing in Manchester City's team like John Stones is at the minute. You look like Franz Beckenbauer at the minute. But as a defender, I like to see a defender defend first and foremost.
Kyle John with the throw-in. Everson runs into congestion. Minkley headed away by Reece Welch, picked up by Tyler Onyango. Outnumbered. Agatis to Bobby Duncan. To Brown. The likes of Tyler Onyango, Snodge, he's got to get used to the fact that people will now expect a bit more from him.
Yeah, they will. They'll have... plus, the opposition will think, will probably give him a bit more respect, but think, right, I'm going to be up against this boy. They think a lot of him at Everton. I'm going to try and be better than him on the evening. But, yeah, he's known now for coming on in the first team, but he's got to show in these games why he's training with the first team, why he came on as substitute.
Have a flicking feel that by Thierry Small. He's a bag of tricks tonight, isn't he, Thierry Small? Max Bardell for Derby County gets it back off Tyree Wilson. Back to Wilson again. Everton are 15 minutes plus added time away from a very good away victory. Liam Thompson there. Signed his first professional contract in the summer. Cresswell to Brown. Agatis picks it up for Derby County. Works it to Thompson. His cross into the penalty area is headed away. Miscontrol though by Everton. Archie Brown's low cross. Edge of the penalty area. Wilson, shooting chance for Cresswell, and he's too high again. It's a couple of occasions. It's opened up for Cresswell. Well, as I mentioned, he was the top scorer a couple of seasons ago, but he only scored 2 last season, so I don't think he's brimming with confidence in front of goal.
No, it's an opportunity. It's only 20 yards out as well. He's gone for the curl into the top corner, but thankfully it's gone well over the crossbar. But
got to hit the target.
I'm sure I heard Unzi shouting to his team, "Come on, we need a little bit more." And you do, you're 2-1 up. You've got to dig in for this last 13 minutes if you want to win the game.
The journey back from the aways is always much better when you're taking 3 points with you. Ola Ibrahim is on for Derby County. There he is. On the books of Manchester City and Manchester United during his fledgling football career as Ibrahim. Max Bardell just in the wars there for Derby County. When does it get to the stage of game management, Nods? Forget playing your football. Let's just see the game out. Let's manage this game away and take the 3 points back with us.
Yeah, it's usually more difficult in under 16, 18 and 23s. But if you want to learn about the game as well, I'm sure they'll be getting orders the last 5 minutes or so, where to play it, can we get into the corner? Yeah, the last 5 minutes are usually of these games of 16, 18, 23s are important. In first team games, I think we've started to do really well in game management when we are in front. We seem to run the clock down under Carlo very, very well.
Good play by Tyler Onyango. Has he won a throw in? He thinks he has. And the referee and the assistant concur with Tyler Onyango. There's Ola Ibrahim.
Looks a bit like Moise Keane.
Derby County substitute, doing well. Moise Keane, isn't he, over in France? Working, of course, with Pochettino. $11 minutes to go. We hanging on, Snods?
I'll let you know after about 85 minutes when we score another 2.
Onyango to Kyle John. Good play. Everton win a throw in. It's Pat Lyons, you can just see in front of the Derby County dugout. Whacked away by Thompson. Usanidis and Joe Anderson both let it bounce before Usanidis attacks the ball. Tyree Wilson. Duncan back to Wilson again.
I think one of them should took the initiative then and gone before it bounced. Yeah.
You can't get much power, can you, when it bounces?
They were both waiting for one another there. Just one of you be positive, shout. Here we go, Nathan.
Keeper was out of his goal quite quickly. Read it well, Louis Molden. Bashes it to safety. All the way through to his opposite number. And we have less than 10 minutes to go here. Can the Toffees hold on? Derby County 1, Everton 2. A brace from Nathan Broadhead, his second and third goals of the season. 2 good goals as well. 2 goal scorers' goals, Snods, weren't they?
They were. Really, really finished them well. Well composed.
Joe Anderson went to ground early, but still won the challenge and won the throw-in as well. Iverson nearly played
He
it.
was.
Nathan Broadhead. It was nearly a great ball.
Nathan's just looking on the shoulder of the defenders, staying onside, and he's just looking for that through ball again.
It's great when it must be great when you're a striker and you know you've got the beaten the defender for pace.
And he knows he has.
Pat Lyons, the Derby County coach, played a lot of his football at non-league level before progressing through the coaching world. Pressure's on all the coaches at Derby now, isn't it, the way Rooney's at the helm?
It is.
I know we've mentioned it once or twice, but it must be terrific for them. That'll be a free kick. Ibrahim, too enthusiastic with the challenge, and Joe Anderson will be in no rush to take this. Headed away by Capomo. Good climb by Everson, but picked up by Thompson. Overruns it though. Shooting opportunity. And it's wide, and I think, did that come off the goalkeeper?
Yeah, it did.
Yes, it did. I'm not sure he needed to make the save.
No, it looked as though he was too far out for the strike, but it weren't struck really cleanly, and I think he got his angles all wrong, the keeper there.
Be disappointed when he turned round to see where the post was. And a corner for Everton. Can we put this game to bed? Leading by 2-1, time ebbing away here. 4-1 at Southport early in the season when these two met on Merseyside. The big men are in there again. Uzanidis, Onyango, Welsh. Joe Anderson's up as well. In comes the corner, it's a good one. And it's headed into the air by Reece Welsh again, but it's gathered safely by Louis Molden.
It's a great delivery again into that near post area.
Been some great corners tonight
they
from
have.
that left-hand side. Bateman, Thompson, Capomo. Uzanidis slices it, and it's actually a good ball to the feet of Tyree Wilson, who shows a bit too much to Joe Anderson, who stops him in his tracks and forces him away from goal. Does well though. Thompson into the penalty area. Volleyed into the air by Reece Welsh. Still a threat. They're still in the game, aren't they?
Certainly are.
Well, they're only a goal adrift. Not sure about the Barnet.
It's lockdown. They can't have it cut these days. I cannot say anything when I was 17 with my Barney.
The mullet. Mackenzie Hunt waits for it to drop. Good challenge comes in though from Cameron Cresswell. Brown picks it up. It's a decent ball in, headed away by Reece Welsh. He's looked really composed, hasn't he, since coming on, Reece Welsh? Very impressed with him. Bardell slips. Tyler Onyango picks it up. Plays it forward to Reece Hughes. Reece Hughes tries to switch it to this right-hand side. Nathan Broadhead sprints after it, keeps it in play. In support is Kyle John. Kyle John has got Mackenzie Hunt with him. Mackenzie Hunt squares the ball to Hughes. Hughes tries to thread it through to Nathan Broadhead. Over-egged the pudding a wee bit.
Yeah, it was never really on, was it, that final pass there from Reece?
Kyle John's been nice and tidy against Nods at right back.
Steady away.
Who else has caught your eye tonight? Nods?
Definitely this lad on the ball now.
Joe Anderson.
I think he's been outstanding. Nathan, obviously, with his two finishes and his general play, I think he's been terrific as a target man up there and giving us midfield players options. I think they've been the two standout players for me this evening. I've really been impressed with Joe Anderson on that left-hand side of a back three.
Now then, just bounces ahead
away from.
It's like the forward passes are going downhill, isn't it? At times, it just runs away from them.
But at least we're looking forward. It's not a matter of I get the ball and I pass it back to my centre-half partner, or I pass it to my full-back, and then I pass it back to my keeper, just playing it around at the back foot. We're looking forward to try and get Nathan in and the midfield players in. This is where you're looking to see the game out now. 4 minutes to go.
Joe Anderson again Threads it forward. Nathan Broadhead, lovely control. Oh, he's offside.
They're the two players I mentioned. Another terrific ball. Nathan's just straight offside. What a first touch it was, by the way. Watch this for a touch. It's another terrific ball. Watch this for a touch.
Lovely.
Oh, lovely into
Second
his
one wasn't
path.
too bad either. Last throw of the dice for Derby County. Dylan Williams is on for the Rams. And he's got 3.5 minutes to make an impression. Ibrahim. Mackenzie Hunt puts him under pressure. Ibrahim squeezes the ball back towards
Squeeze him
Callum
in there.
And Minkley has to find his goalkeeper. Seems to take a while, doesn't he? And his kicking's been awful tonight, hasn't it, the Derby goalkeeper?
But just putting that little bit of pressure on, not giving him time. All of a sudden, we've won the ball in Derby's half. Take your time now. Now you slow things down.
Joe Anderson. Too small. Back to Joe Anderson again. Not on that occasion. All the way through to the goalkeeper. 2.5 minutes to go. Derby County 1, Everton 2 at Loughborough University. The Toffees just about deserve this lead. Reece Welsh wins it. Capomo to Wilson. Archie Brown trying his luck on the right-hand side, but get back on the left, son.
Yeah,
just free kick.
Just take your time now. The back three centre-backs should be saying, come on, there's 2 minutes left. Let us be solid. The keeper talking to his back three as well. Back three talking to the midfield. We don't need to go up the pitch and try and force another goal. We're there. Let's be content, let's be solid, and let's see the game out.
Edge of the penalty area. Broadhead nods it down. Picked up by Tyler Onyango. Didn't do Kyle John many favours, but Kyle John done really well. Mackenzie Hunt pulls it back. Who's there? Nathan Broadhead. Is this the hat-trick? Straight to the goalkeeper. And Thierry Small buries the rebound. And Everton do get a third goal. And Thierry Small.
He loves his slide on his knees. He's enjoyed that one.
Hasn't he just? Well, what a couple of weeks he's had.
What is the left back doing there with 1 minute to go, though? That's the question I ask. He's on the penalty spot area. He's well worked down that right hand side. I thought we were going to see Nathan Broadhurst hat-trick. He's so unlucky. But Thierry's there just to finish it up. Nathan Broadhead there. Oh, he'd be so disappointed he's not got his hat-trick, but I don't think he'll really bother. He's put the game beyond doubt. Thierry's certainly enjoying that, does his goal. He's still celebrating 2 minutes after he's gone in the net.
What'll he do if he scores for the first team?
Oh, no, there's no catching him. He'll be down County Road.
He will be. He'll be in the Thomas Frost before we restart. But it's a great scoreline on your screen there. Derby County 1, Everton 3. 2 for Nathan Broadhead, 1 for Thierry Small, and we're comfortable.
Yeah, we've deserved the victory.
Yeah.
We have deserved the victory. There's been moments where Derby's had the chances, but overall, I think...
by and large, he hasn't been overly tested, Nico Hansen, has he?
No, not at all.
Good header from Reece Welsh, Blackburn Rovers. Well, that game has matched us all the way. And it's matched us again. Leicester City 1, Blackburn 3. Blackburn go top. Didn't quite see how many minutes there was to add on then. He's just
3 minutes, Daz.
Flashed it to us. There you go. 3 minutes of added time.
See, that's the difference between me and you, Daz. I had vision, you haven't. 3 minutes.
That's the difference. You're desperate for added time. 3 minutes to go. As you say, Snods, we've deserved it.
Yeah, we have.
Unzi will be. We spoke to Unzi just before the game.
We did, and
he'll be pleased.
He will. Very much. He was looking forward to this. It's only a young side as well. That'll please him.
As you say, Derby have had their moments, and every team does at this level, Premier League 2. But Everton have coped by and large really well, and it's now 1 defeat in 8. For the Toffees, barring an absolute calamity in the closing couple of minutes. I've liked the look of this boy, Reece Welsh.
Yeah, I do.
Tom Cannon has come on for Everton.
You could hear Unzi there still urging his players, go on, keep going.
He challenges them, doesn't he?
Yeah. If you want to play for this club,
oof, that was a late challenge. That'll be a yellow card, I think.
You're challenged every day in training. You don't get anything without hard work, and Hunzi knows that, and that's what he'll be installing in his players as well. If you want to play for this club and at the highest level, you've got to work hard every single day in every game that you play.
Minutes and the seconds just ebbing away now. And the Toffees are home and dry. Good performance, good solid performance. Not spectacular, but solid enough to deserve the win, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, very much so. Some good performances individually.
It's a good ball. Just drifts over Rhys Hughes, though.
Yeah, Derby have been awful square at the back, and that's where we've got in on numerous occasions.
Tyler Onyango. Joe Anderson. Well, Nathan's got his 2 goals, but would Joe just shade it for you, Snods, man of the match?
It's a tough one. I've been really impressed with Joe. I think he's knocked some terrific balls. He's defended well, but I think Nathan's won us the game with them 2 finishes. So you could argue, but I think both of them have done really, really well this evening.
Well, I think this corner kick that's just been won by that young man, Kyle John, will be the last action of
Kyle's
the game.
done well down the right-hand side. He's been positive.
I think Unzi's just told him to stay forward there as well. He looked like he was on his way back, and Unzi's just said, no, stay there, just in case. Done himself no harm at all tonight, young Kyle John. And we just await this corner kick, and if it goes in or it's cleared, that will be the whistle. There you go, that's why you...
Yeah, that's why he's told him to stay there.
Rhys Hughes, he's going to get the ball in the penalty area one last time. Is he going to go for goal? No, he checks and keeps the ball on this near side to Mackenzie Hunt. Back to Rhys Hughes again, forward to Mackenzie Hunt again. And he wins a throw.
That's good play between the 3 of them down that. And that's
there
the
you
whistle.
go. There is the final whistle. It's been a good performance from Everton. Most importantly, it's a good 3 points. Derby County 1, Everton 3. 2 goals from Nathan Broadhead, 1 from Thierry Small. Spectacularly celebrated by Thierry Small. And David Unsworth, as I said, we had a quick chat with him before the game. We wished him well, and it's gone well.
Yeah, it has gone well. He'll be absolutely delighted with that performance. 3 goals. Oh, you're never happy when you concede a goal, but 3-1's a positive result. He will be delighted. 2 sublime finishes, really, really cool finishes from Nathan. And as you said, Thierry certainly enjoyed his little tap-in for the 3rd goal. But overall, yeah, well deserved, and it's a good victory.
It's a cold night at Loughborough University, but it's ended well for Everton. 3 goals to 1, and momentum is such a big thing in football, Snods. That's 1 defeat in 8 now, and as we said earlier, that was at the Emirates Stadium. We can forgive them that against Arsenal. 1 defeat in 8. Confidence breeds confidence.
You've said it. You've hit the nail on the head. It does breed confidence when you go out and you're winning games and you're not getting beaten. As soon as you step over that white line, you think, well, I'm confident, the team's confident, we'll go on and get another 3 points, and that's what they've gone and shown them. Just look at the results. There's plenty of goals today in the Premier League too, but most importantly, there's 3 for Everton and 1 for Derby, but 2 great finishes then.
Sweet as
by
a nut,
Nathan.
that, wasn't
the first one, how he's checked inside. It's a terrific ball over the top. Nathan's got in, but this is... how the defender, and you would do as a defender, you think he's going to strike with his left foot, so you would do that. And
this was a good goal, Snods.
Yeah, it was a good goal. Just thought we could have got a little bit tighter there when he first picked it up. That's a great turn, but that's a sublime finish as well. It's there. I just think he's got
too much space,
a lot of time there. But that's a good little turn. But it's a terrific finish. Keeper's absolutely no chance whatsoever. And then
There we go, big Tyler. You'd been crying for this, hadn't you, all night?
All night, and that's what he shows he can do. Strong, positive, lovely weighted pass as well, well timed. And just said to Nathan, right, finish that, and he certainly did. Compose, keepers come out, and
Carl John done well here.
Yeah, and then we're just thinking, Nathan, there's your hat trick.
Yeah.
And it didn't, and he's dropped. He's had a look at the linesman, seen he's offside, and off he goes. And I think he'll be still celebrating now. There's 5 minutes gone after the game, and I think he'll be dancing in the dressing room, will Thierry.
Well, there you go. There's the scorelines in the round 17 of games in Premier League 2. West Ham 3, Southampton 1, Tottenham 1, Arsenal 1, Liverpool 3, Manchester United 6, Derby County 1, Everton 3, Leicester City 1, Blackburn Rovers 3. Let's have a look at the league table and see where it leaves the Toffees. We haven't moved up. 22 points. Look how tight that is, Snods.
Yeah,
Blackburn top on 25, Everton 5th on 22.
Yeah, there's not a lot in it, is there? There's obviously games in hand for Chelsea and Man City over the rest of us, but yeah, overall it's really, really tight. I think from, well, even Arsenal and Man United, I think Liverpool are completely out of it, if I'm being honest. But no, it's good. We're in a decent position. 24 goals scored, 15 against, and yeah.
It's been a good night's work. Many thanks to Ian Snowden for joining me tonight. Many thanks to all of you around the world who have watched on the official Everton YouTube channel. The final score from Loughborough University: Derby County 1, Everton 3.